And he has made it very easy, as we discussed before. You don't have to go and fast for 7 days and nights at the Ganges. Take care of everything else, but make this the goal of your life. And get to, if there's any obstacles which will come up, just do whatever you have to do to remove them. Not hard to do. Prabhupada used to say, obstacles? What obstacles? Bring them to me, I'll kick them out. So Prabhupada can kick out any obstacle. Just let him do it. Just let him do it. Let him take charge of your lives. You will see what happens. So, I think that there's some programs that you all have to be told about. You want to Thank you. Yeah, it is my happiness that I can recount these things. But we do have, I'll speak one or two things more. I was told I can go till 9:45, is that correct, Prabhu? 9:45? Because you have a program at 11, you want to tell them they have to take prasadam and all of that. So, 10 o'clock. Yeah, but still, are you willing to sacrifice your prasadam for? No. Okay. Yeah. Initiation is an ongoing process, but officially, first initiation was 1975. It was initiation done by his representatives, as we're doing here. Prabhupada himself was not there for ceremony, so all delegated. As he built up the system of delegation from first stages to gradually more, this is what a good leader does. They train people, they delegate them. So the system of representatives, he started from the very early years, and then every year more responsibility given. So my ceremony was done by one very nice devotee, Govardhan Prabhu. Very nice person. And then 1976, we had moved to this new temple where deities are now in Lenox Avenue, 383 Lenox Avenue. It used to be the Fisher Mansion. You heard about that? It used to be Fisher Mansion. Very nice building, very nice estate. Prabhupada came and purchased all the building, and devotees were saying, Srila Prabhupada, nice building made by the Fisher family, very wealthy family. But Prabhupada, we should not come here because it's not a good neighborhood. Because it was, it's kind of a neighborhood that had become a little degraded. So you know what Prabhupada said? He said, no, we will purchase this and the neighborhood will change. And that's what happened. The whole neighborhood changed. It became, very upscale neighborhood. So anyway, Prabhupada was negotiating in this building with the owner, and they wanted $300,000, which is nothing. Nowadays, $300,000, this is a huge mansion. So Prabhupada told this owner, no, we are building a temple here. You donate this building to us. So the person said, no, we have to get something. And so then Prabhupada was laughing, always joking, right? But on behalf of Krishna, he would serve Krishna in so many ways. So he was negotiating. But then they settled at a certain price. It was about $300,000. And after the contract was written and the purchase was done, Alfred Ford, he gave some of the funds for the purchase of this building, and Lekha Shavanti, who was the daughter of Ruther, her name was Elizabeth Ruther, Luther is another big union, leader of all the unions in North America. So she gave some of the money. So two of them, they gave enough money to purchase this building. So after the building was purchased, we moved the dairies. Then Prabhupada said, it's a huge mansion and huge rooms it has. And Prabhupada said, each room is worth $300,000. So he got the whole building for $300,000. But actually the value of each room was $300,000. And there are probably 10 rooms like that in this building. So, and then the picture that we have, you see that picture there of Prabhupada on the wall? That is in Detroit. That is in Detroit at the Fisher Mansion. That was taken when I was there. So that gives you, and that picture also is in the guest house, and I think it's a picture used in many places. So. Everything about Prabhupada is wonderful. So that is the place I got my second initiation. And the way it happened, I was at work. And during lunch break, as I was telling you before, during lunch break, I went to get my second initiation from him. So no big, ceremony, fancy. I was in my suit, so to go into his room where he was staying, I took off my jacket and I took off my shirt because I had to be bare chest, and I took off my tie. I went in, but I was still wearing my suit slacks and my socks. And he gave me my second initiation in my suit clothes. No dhoti, no kurta. So dress is according to time, place, and circumstance. That was the circumstance. But Prabhupada gave me a Gayatri mantra. Then he told me how to chant Gayatri, put the thread around. Personally taught me, very fortunate. And then I'll jump to another pastime. Then after he left that place, and after we knew that he was not coming back after his physical disappearance, then that room became the accommodation for the grihasthas, because we were all squeezed into this one building during those years. So the women were living in one part of this big mansion, but we were 10 grihastha men living in this one room, 10 grihastha men. And each one of us, we had a corner or some place. So I remember that my corner was a particular corner. I had a sleeping bag and a metal trunk. That's all. All my possessions were in the metal trunk, and I used to sleep on the sleeping bag. But we were so happy. And then I had some suits hanging in the closet. And every morning we would get up very early, chant early in the morning. Then by 7:30, japa was done, morning program was done. We would hop in the car and go to work. And then come back in the evening again to the temple. And this one room was the accommodation that we had for quite some. Then we started buying houses for the grihasthas nearby. So, then I was asked to be temple president there, and so on, different things happened. So, and so many memories. What else? Should we make the announcement now? If you want to ask some particular question, I asked Prabhupada during my Gayatri mantra ceremony, I asked him, Srila Prabhupada, we would like to have a son. So that time I had one daughter, Radhika. And Prabhupada said, you have one daughter, Radhika? I said, yes, Srila Prabhupada. So he replied, he said, daughter is just like son. Daughter is just like son, like you don't need to have any more children. So then I said, Prabhupada, in a respectful way, Bhagavatam, you say if there's no sun, then it's like a desert. So he immediately smiled and he said, okay, you can have son. Krishna will bless you. So then I had, one son we had. So just like that. I asked Prabhupada also one time about coming to India. That was one of the times there. And he said, no, you cannot go to India. I wanted to move back to India. He said, no, you cannot. So in Vrindavan, sometime later, he was there in Vrindavan, and in the guest house I was staying. I'd come from the US, and somebody knocked on my door at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. And I opened the door, and he said, some brahmachari, he said, Prabhupada wants to see you. And I got, worried. Why 1:30 in the morning, Prabhupada wants to see me? So anyway, I quickly put on some garments. I went down to his quarters. He was sitting behind his desk looking totally effulgent, totally awake, and I was in the mode of ignorance, So he said to me, what is this? I hear you want to leave the US? And I said, no, because I had not said, somebody told him I wanted to leave the US and come back to India, but that was wrong information. So Prabhupada heard that and he got concerned and he said, I'm hearing that you want to leave the US, you want to come here. And I said, no, Srila Prabhupada, I'll do whatever you want. So he got a little chastising mode. He said, I have told you 3 times, you are not to come to India. You stay in the West and you preach over there. So, so I said, whatever obviously my life is meant for serving him. So whatever Prabhupada wants us to do, it could be different orders and it will be different for each one of us. We have a unique relationship with him, female, male, young, old. Whatever he wants you to do, you do it. You do it without any hesitation. And don't be worried about why somebody else is doing something else. Each one of us, we have a unique responsibility. And you'll be totally happy if you do that. And all obstacles, all negative situations, anything that you may be concerned about, all just goes. Make the order of Srila Prabhupada your life and soul. So you have general orders, and then you may have specific orders that come to you by Krishna's arrangement. Whatever the order is, make that your life and soul. Okay, come.
In that physical access of Prabhupada, to the temple, whatever we receive, can we take it as Prabhupada?
It's his system. Prabhupada said it's a system. So if the temples that you're taking shelter of, if those are managed in the way Prabhupada wants, and the leaders are representing Prabhupada, like here, it is being done, then of course, you accept that as Prabhupada's direction coming through his system. But if somebody is not following Srila Prabhupada, like in other places, then you have no obligation to follow. Come. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your wonderful association. We want to thank by giving him a big round of applause and a big round of Haribol. Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu.